Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chat with Deb. Marguerite and I have been sitting here laughing for the last couple of minutes. Hi, Marguerite.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Debbie. I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you for coming on. I'm so excited that you're here. Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Leno, certified integrative health coach, yoga teacher, MAP practitioner, and creator of the Ageless Women movement. So, what is my movement? I stand for inner peace, self-acceptance, and to be a catalyst for change, cutting through the stereotypes and society's biases towards the natural process of aging. My message is to be fearless towards the art of living life. I prefer not to say aging, fearless towards aging. I say fearless towards living life and accept what you can't change. Listen to your soul, speak your truth, find your voice. One of my passions also is to interview great women from all over the globe just to share their stories and their insights. And joining me today is my special guest from Burbank, California, Marguerite Fair.
Woo! I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come on. I'm really happy you're here. So let me just tell you a little something about Marguerite, and then I'm going to let her go and just tell her story. She's a creative and prolific writer. After raising her family on the East Coast, yes, we're both hail from New York. I think so. You're from New York too, right?
Newark, New Jersey. I was
Jersey.
born in.
Okay.
But it was right across the river.
There you go. In 1996, and she moved to LA to expand her talents into a successful career as a writer, producer, director, filmmaker, and motivational speaker. So she comes with a really cool background. To date, she's written 20 screenplays and recently directed her first hybrid experimental independent movie, a drama called The Racists. Marguerite has written and self-published 6 books. Her newest one is the one that I'd like to talk about today. It's called New Over 50, and what she learned about better health from Baroness Benita von
Klingspor.
Klingspor. And it's all about taking control over your health at any age. And I know you're just as passionate about this as I am, is that, I mean, it's really not so much your age, it's your state of health. That's so important.
Yes.
Yes, and Marguerite is also a host on a YouTube entertainment web show called Laughter Talks. Currently, she's in development for her second feature film, a comedy goddess intervention about 4 obsessive goddesses, which goes into production in mid-2021. So Marguerite, share with us, tell us about your journey with it. I love the name of your latest book, New Over 50.
Thank you so much. I did want to just show that first if I can. This is the cover. So it's New Over 50, what I learned about better health from Baroness Benita von Klingspor. And the woman saved my life. And what attracted me to you, because I meet so many people on Facebook now, was your message. I love your message. And meeting this book is actually about the woman who helped me get to where I am now in a healthy manner. Because what I have found during the process of maturing is you really do have to learn to listen to your body, as you well know, and you have to feed it properly and treat it properly. And in all honesty, in my youth, sadly, I did not always do that. I was a sugar addict. And so after being a sugar addict most of my life and having a very abusive relationship with a man for several years, I ended up in California and I met Baroness Benita von Klingspor. And there's a small picture of her here. And Benita was vibrant. She was about 70 when I met her. And I walked into the health food store and I saw her across the aisle and I went right to her like a magnet. And I said, "My God, you're gorgeous." And we started talking and she was actually a real baroness and her head was up like this. She had extremely good posture and she would address people that way. And it was a completely unique experience, but she was from Austria and she knew all about natural supplements and herbs. Personally, she never ate meat. I have over the years, and I eat very special meats now, but she never did. And it was really interesting one time because Baroness could be very stern. And one time I said to her, "Oh, Benita, I went to the doctor because my right knee was a little bit sore." And he said, "Oh, that's just natural. That's just a little arthritis." Now, this is how she said it. Don't get scared. And the way she looked at me, she said, There is nothing normal about arthritis. You get it from eating meat. And I went, yes, ma'am. Because the Baroness Benita did not have any arthritis, and she was healthy, and so she knew what she was talking about. So I got a lot of input from her. But the first thing I did when I went in there was she had me stick my tongue out because I had a consultation with her. That's how I got to know her, and she examined me and everything. And she said, my darling, your complete digestive system is out of whack, which really is what brings me to this book that I wrote, because that's the information I like to share because most people aren't aware of it. You know, if you're not eating properly and, you're not paying attention because it's what you've always done, and then you get to be made aware of it when you end up in the emergency room.
Your gut biome is so critical to your health and very critical to how your immune system works. So yeah, that's right on to
Yeah.
really focus on gut health.
Yeah, well, that is what came to mind as soon as this COVID started. I went immediately. I have been doing the self-care, and I've been very extremely strict for the past year and a half because in the past I've done things that weren't right, and I've slipped up, and I went into AFib 5 separate times,
Oh, wow.
arterial fibrillation. And the first time that happened, I was just like, oh my God, what's this? Because I never had any problems. Long story short, it took 5 times for me to get it because each time I went in, I changed something else. But at my age, it's all about balance. And I had to have the whole picture. I had to get balanced again. And I finally did. And now I just will not have that. Now, everyone should see their doctor and everyone has to figure out things for themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but my choice is not to take any prescription medications, and I don't.
My choice too.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
I feel grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. Yes.
I'm always glad when I speak to women who are on that journey too. And the reason I'm so adamant about that is because I saw my mother and my sister's health degenerate year after year because they both ended up with like big boxes filled with pills. And I said to myself, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem normal. And I will never do that. And I didn't. So it's, again, up to everyone to make their choice. But every time you take a prescription medication and most over the counter medications as well, you're damaging one of your organs. And it's very subtle and it's accumulative, but it will happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can prevent that, now I take supplements, not just random supplements. Many of them are, in fact, I always say, if you want to know what I do, my secret to being 72 and not on any meds, it's all in this book. Because the supplements that Benita recommended and herbs still hold up today. It's what I hear everybody talking about, what she told me about in 2000. They're just starting to talk about now because she was raised that way and she knew about it. She knew all this before anyone did.
Yeah, that brings me to a dear friend of mine back in New York. We met in the early 80s, and she was very influential in continuing my health journey. And she was the first one who told me, and this was back in, well, it was 1980. She said, and she was in the health food industry forever. She said, the root cause of all disease is inflammation. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. I was 30 something. She was 10 years older than me. And I said, is it really that simple? She goes, yes, it's that simple. The root cause of all disease is inflammation. And yeah. And now we're talking about it. And that's what, 30, 40 years later. Now the medical community is really embracing that, talking that, preaching that. And, for me, yes, even though I was a health food advocate since the 1960s, there was some inflammation in my foods for sure. I'm a whole foods eater, always have been. That's just the way I was raised. But how inflammation entered my body and how arthritis got invited into my body was through extreme chronic high levels of stress. So it was more of a mental state a chronic mental state that I was in, chronically stressed, that really set my body up for inflammation. And it took me by surprise because, like again, I was always a healthy eater, pretty much.
It comes to the balance factor that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because if you do one thing without incorporating the other, it's not going to go as smooth as it should, and then the chain is going to fall off once in a while. That's exactly what it is.
It's a puzzle, right?
Yeah.
It's a combination of so many factors. It's not just and I'm a really big advocate of this. It's not just your diet. It's not just exercise. It is so much of so many pieces fit together. Balance. You said it correctly. It's a balance of keeping your mental state good. All of that. And we have somebody who joined us live. It is Maria. Maria, I'm glad you found your way into the interview. Thank you so much. And I even see your picture
Hi,
there.
Maria.
Sometimes I can't. Yeah, yay. Good for you. Thank you for being here. She says, hey, I got here.
Congratulations. That's not always easy.
Yes. Absolutely true. Finding an interview and getting past all the tech things sometimes is an adventure.
Exactly.
So okay. So I get the idea that, you had a lot of challenges in your younger years and raising the family and having a difficult marriage. And then all of that changed and you moved to California and you started your personal journey. And so is there anything else that you would love to add to this for the women out there listening?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because the reason it started off with health is because everything that comes after that is only possible for me because of maintaining my health. And as I said, here at age 70, I started and finished it at 71, my first hybrid experimental independent film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, girl.
I got it. I could remember that.
That's awesome.
Those supplements are working, darn it.
I just love it when nothing stops a woman. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, but that's my message to all people, but particularly women, because I am one that had my journey, and it's like never too late to start over again. If I'm in someone's company or talking to someone, oh, I can't do this or that because I'm too old, they see this. My hand goes up in front of my face and I say, stop. You're talking to the wrong person. I won't listen to that because that's not true, and I don't listen to non-truth. Because if we put our minds to it, and it's not easy. I took the whole journey also of spirituality with Wayne Dyer, and I joined Spirit Works. I mean, I've worked on not only the body and the health, but the spirit.
It's an inside job for sure.
Yeah. And I am able to do these things. The reason I write so much and do so much and do the show, and I edit my own shows, and I do smaller projects and edit them, is because of the underlying health. And I have to say to everyone, to all of you gals out there, I'm learning more than I ever did. And there's no reason not to. I mean, look at Debbie and I. We're sitting here with our headphones in tech world. Did you ever think you'd be doing this, Debbie?
No, never.
Yeah.
It was never my dream or goal or thought to be live, to be doing interviews, to do any of this, create programs. I mean, gosh, your brain is capable of so much, but it's not about age, ladies. It's about your state of health.
Yes.
Honestly, sincerely, you can be 30 and 40 and be disadvantaged because of poor health. So please, 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 because I love you all, take care of your insides as well as your outsides.
Yeah. And the best way to fight this COVID stuff is to eat whole foods, exercise regularly, take the appropriate supplements, not randomly. You go find someone, a nutritionist or someone that can advise you.
And high quality.
Yes, that's important.
Yes.
Because if you go get these 2-for-1 specials that are sitting on the shelves in the drugstore,
don't go to Walgreens, don't go to CVS for your vitamins.
Yeah. So you have to do research, and it's taken me a long time. It's not overnight. But one thing I absolutely do, I'm not a doctor, and you check with your doctor with anything that comes out of my mouth, okay? But probiotics is very important, and all people over a certain age should be taking probiotics and natural enzymes that you get from a qualified health food store.
Absolutely.
Because our body has to digest food, and after 40, we need assistance with that if we want to stay healthy.
I'm telling you what, that is one supplement I will not go without.
Me
I
neither.
will not go without my probiotic. I will not.
No,
And look for a good one. I mean,
yeah,
my baseline is make sure it has at least 15 strains, at least.
yeah. I do. I go to the Sprouts, which is a very good, they sell health food and have everything I need in there. And that was one of the things I fine-tuned to get my AFib down, because I got off the sugar. That was one time. And then after the next one, oh, I'm eating too much salt. So then I got off the salt and then off the sugar. And then I said, there's still some. Then I got on the probiotics. Well, I was on the probiotics before, but I used to, if I ran out for a few days or a couple of weeks, I didn't worry about it. That changed. So I altered that. The supplements that I take that are in this book are for a reason, and I can't skip it anymore. As Benita always said, it's not getting old that makes us sick. It's getting sick that makes us grow old.
Absolutely. That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's why I'm such an advocate to really take care of your health. Take your state of health seriously. I
Yeah.
mean, have fun, enjoy, find pleasure in
Oh,
everything that you're doing, because that's a big part of it too. Oh my gosh, you don't want to be so serious that you're not having fun.
yeah. That's why my show is called Laughter Talks. I cannot live a healthy life if I don't find things to laugh at every day.
Absolutely.
Do I have time to share a story about that? How laughter
Sure.
healed me? Would you like to hear that? This is
Absolutely. I love to
how
hear that.
powerful laughter is. In that marriage I was in, it was the only time in my life, it was really bad, that I just was just in the awful state all the time, and I wasn't laughing. I'm a person. My mother said I was laughing from when I was born. I was just always laughing. And there wasn't much with him, and this went on for a couple of years with him. And then one morning, we were in bed, and I woke up laughing. I didn't wake up and start laughing. I woke up and I was laughing, and I mean belly laughing. You know how you laugh so hard your belly hurts? I was in that kind of laughter. He woke up. What are you laughing about? What's so? And the more he did that, the more I laughed. I laughed so hard. This went on, I say, for a full 5 or 6 minutes. I rolled over and had to fall onto the floor. I was holding my stomach, and my message from Spirit was, you can never let anyone take your laughter away again. That laughter healed me.
I was just going to say, it sounds to me like healing laughter.
And it was a natural phenomenon. And what I started doing after that, I had to create a plan to change my circumstances. But the first thing I did was, a couple times a week, I would sneak off and go into town, and I would go see 3 and 4 movies that were funny and made me laugh in one day. And
I love it.
I would rent videos that would make me laugh. And this is what kept me going. And then, within the next 2 years, I constructed my plan and ended up in California. But that's how important laughter is. So be with people that make you laugh, do things that make you laugh. If nobody's around, put a movie on. I have favorite comedy movies I put on because I know they're always going to make me laugh. And thank God for entertainment.
Yes.
People who say entertainment is overrated, they need to think about that again. Because in this time of what's going on, where would we be without entertainment?
We are so fortunate and blessed that we have Zoom, that we have, oh my gosh, the things, how creative people are getting. Even
Yes.
the musicians are getting creative. They're doing events on Zoom and doing it creatively. I mean, where would we be if we didn't have the technology we have today?
Exactly. I mean, this really couldn't have happened at a better time, if there could be a better time for this, because it's pushed everyone into being more creative. People are able to keep in touch with their families now and visit with friends. And everything, and I say thank God for Netflix, because speaking of laughter, I've created a new persona, and based on my being a filmmaker now and a writer and director, I love being a director. I created a persona, Granny Tino, and I do Netflix movie reviews with she's my co-host for this, and that's Samantha Wagner. She's an actress, and she's Miss Felina Katz, and I'm Granny Tino. And the last Monday of every month, we do, in the comic strain, I'm Jersey Girl. she's from Brooklyn, so we do Netflix
Oh
movie
my
reviews.
gosh, how fun is that? Oh,
Yeah,
that is so fun.
yeah. It's just anything I can do to be. I don't care. I always say I don't care if you laugh with me or at me, as long as you're laughing, I'm good. That's it.
I
Thank
love it. I love it. So Maria, I don't know if you can see the chat on your side of things, Marguerite, but Maria says, "Hola."
Hola. I can't see her, but my heart sees her.
Yeah, she's bilingual, and she was born in Cuba. She's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, and she says, "Can't wait for that film."
oh, well, the one movie I have out already is The Racist, and I have it on DVD. And I just have anybody that wants to know anything about me. If you go to fairproductions.biz, it's okay if I say that, right?
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely,
yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, fairproductions.biz. You can find out what I'm doing, the show, the movies, everything, because everything I make, I end up like I put into a DVD. And Goddess Intervention coming up is going to be funny because I had a reading for that. So if online, so if you join the Laughter Talks YouTube station, you can see anything I've done, I put up there.
Awesome. That's
So
really cool to
people,
know.
yeah, yeah. So
And I can't wait to be on your show. I get to be on Laughter
yeah.
Talks on the 11th.
You're going to be on my show, young lady. And
Yes.
oh, I can't wait to get you in my corner too. So we're going to talk
Oh
all
no, does that mean I have to talk? Oh no.
about but yeah. And what was I love the chat we had because we met on Facebook and
Mhm.
I just love the chat we had and getting to know each other. It was like, well, we knew each other before we
I
talked.
know.
It
It
was
was
one of
fun.
those deals. It was just amazing. So yeah, and I just would encourage everyone. And I love, there's so many talented and creative people. I love being the audience, and I love watching what other people are doing. I always say I love to inspire other people, and I love to be inspired by other people because everyone has talents or something that they do. The show I had last week was Moray Ayers is an actress, and she and a friend of hers volunteer for feeding the homeless. And they're having a drive for giving blankets to the homeless, and I did that. So I like to share all different kinds of things that people are doing.
Me too. And
Yeah,
that's what we should be doing. We should be sharing. We should be out there and just promoting peace every which way we can do it.
yeah.
You
The
know,
gov yeah, the government might be messed up, but the United States of America and the people that we're the ones that make it up.
we have
And
to come
that,
back to love. I really always say that it has to all come back to love.
yes, that we're in a field of endless love, a stream
Mhm.
of love. The thing is, do we see it? The world is a wonderful place. Do we see it? Do we make time to see it? That's all we have to do.
It's what you pay attention to, isn't it?
Yes.
Maria also says here, the Golden Girls reruns and the Big Bang Theory help me
Oh,
recover from depression. Oh, yeah.
oh, oh, two of my favorite shows. Two of my favorite shows. And who could not love them? I mean, seriously, that's good choices. Very good
Yeah, that's a
choices.
good
Yeah,
one.
I do. And yeah,
Um,
you can watch those repeated and just go for, oh, and I love the new one too. Schitt's Creek.
oh, I have not seen that.
Has Maria seen that one?
Maria, have you seen Schitt's Creek? She hasn't answered yet, but
Well, that
yeah.
it took me, I watched it when it first came on, and then I got sidetracked with something else. But when I saw they won all those Emmys, I says, there's something here that I have to sit down and pay attention to. And I'm so glad I did because that show is divine.
I'll
It's a
have to check. I'll have to check in. I have
it's
not
a
watched
wonder,
it.
it's a wonderful show. It's got everything in it, and it's real. It's not preaching about anything that would offend people. It's just how people are different, and it's just the way life goes, which I love. There's no this
Yes.
or that, or I like you or I don't like you because of it's just, and it's funny. And Dan Levy,
I'm in.
yeah, you will love it. 6 Emmys, and I said, why would it
Wow.
get 6 Emmys? And I found out why.
I will
It's
definitely look into that one. I see it. I just never tune in.
Yeah, we have so many choices now, and there's so much to do, and it's very easy to get distracted. That's what happens. I usually like to watch movies because I'm saying, darn, if I watch a series, what happens to me with my compulsive personality? which is why I stay away from sugar, but I binge. I love Netflix because you could just watch that. And that show was one that I binged on. So for 3 days, that's what I watched.
Gotcha. So, Maria was out. She said she had the volume turned down because of a phone call, but she says, I'm back. So the question for you, Maria, is if you have tuned into Schitt's Creek, if you know about that one. Marguerite was saying how fun that is and how, she didn't realize what a good show that was until she saw all the awards that it got. So I guess that's another one to check into.
Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. So it's just there's so many. Oh, and did you see Chronicles too? Christmas Chronicles too?
Oh, yes, I did. With
Isn't
Goldie
that
Hawn. Oh,
amazing?
yes. I loved it.
Oh, I love that one. Goldie Hawn and not her husband, her
I
companion.
love them.
They should make more movies together, Goldie
Yes.
and Kurt Russell, because they just make magic.
I was just going to say that. The two of them are definitely magic together.
They really are, and I really would like to see them make more movies. That chemistry they have just goes out to the audience and all over. And I saw an interview of them. They're just wonderful people.
I love what they're doing. And it's Goldie Hawn she's just so childish, delightfully so, just delightfully young at heart and
Yeah.
flirty and just sweet. Just precious. I love the movie.
And she never lost that. She
No.
never lost that. That's carried with
Yep.
her all this time. I can see why they get along so well. And that's why I say they're just a divine couple. I enjoy
Mhm.
seeing people that have been together and they're happy and joyful and they work together and do all these amazing things. That makes me happy.
Absolutely. They are blessed for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd like to wrap it up. Is there anything that you would like? I always hate this part of it because it's so hard to say goodbye to people that I love talking to.
Yeah.
But what would your parting words be? The thing that you'd really want to get across to the audience today?
Okay. The thing I really want to say is what we've been talking about, taking care of your health. Remember to support your immune system because there's only one per customer. Those are my parting words.
I love that. I'm going to use that one day. I
Yes.
like that.
Welcome to anything I say is up
Yes.
to Debs, because if it makes people think and stop that they can take control of their house, they don't have to live fearful. Part of the reason I'm joyful is I don't live in fear of, I'm going to get them. I don't live that way.
Yeah,
I
me
take care of
neither.
my health. I wear a mask in the store and I don't go in crowded places and I find ways to have joy. It works.
Yes.
I'm living proof. You're living proof.
Yes. Excellent parting words for the community. All right. You have it. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
again
coming on.
Thank you. I loved it. Stay healthy.
You too. And I'll see you live again in January.
Yes, you will. Okay. Have a great day, Debbie. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye,
You
Maria.
too. Bye, Maria. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.
Bye.